Hey guys, Troy Dooley here with Troy's Morning Coffee Reflections. This is the first show in the new year. We're going to be doing these on a daily basis, maybe every other day. Let's just get it picked up, get it cranking, get it going. But I tell you what, I'm excited. We did these for just a little bit last year. We did a series by Stephen Arterburn called The Secrets That Men Keep. And I believe that we're going to do that again. Because I believe that it's something that everyone needs. Everyone needs to be excited about where they're going and what they're doing. And today, as I'm typing in to let the world know what we're doing, I'm putting in here a really new, it's a new series. It's something that I've created in the last few weeks. I took it off of the Leadership Challenge because what I wanted to do is really find out, can all of the actual rules, all of the principles, all of the practices that are used in leadership, can they be used in any type of relationship? And I believe that they can, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about really rocking this thing forward, making it happen the way it's supposed to be happening. And I believe that if we do this and we do it right, this will be the key of where we're taking this in the future, because it's our relationships. When you look right down to it, it really is the relationships we have. So get out a pen and paper if you're watching. If you're watching this in the archives, that's awesome. We'll be putting this up at YouTube and everywhere else, and it'll be less than 15 minutes. We're not going to make these shows huge. Now, I'm going to be broadcasting like this a lot this year because we're going to be talking about business, personal life, spiritual relationships, the whole kicker. But let's look at the 5 practices of exemplary relationships. And again, I took this from the Leadership Challenge. We did this in Catalyst about a decade ago, and I just love it. Number 1, you've got to challenge the process. When we look at what society says out there, we see all kinds of websites, Harmony now, we see what is it, this new one that's out there, Cougar Live now, we see Cheating now. You see all this stuff because they want to take the road of least resistance. Instead of focusing in and being excited about where our relationships are going with our spouses, significant others, people we're dating, instead they look at it and say, well, go out and find something on the side. If you're a lonely housewife, if you're a lonely husband, go check out something else. A good book that I'm reading right now is called Love and Respect. And I'll be honest, I just don't remember the author. It's a brand new book. We did it in a small group. But it's interesting because women need love, men need respect. So I challenge you today to challenge the process. Don't go like society says and take the easy road. Dig deep into your marriage. Dig deep into any relationship that you have and find something new. Second thing is inspire a shared vision. Too many times couples, friends, do not take the time to have shared visions. Paige and I will drive down the beach, and for the most part, I get to listen to her, and it's something that I've enjoyed for 23 years. Listening to her voice in any type of setting, except when she's yelling at me, is phenomenal. So I get to drive and listen to her share what her next romance is going to be about, the story that she's writing, or share about her love for the kids and the love for where we live and the love for what the blessings are that God's given us. Those are some fun times, I tell you. So you've got to have a shared vision. You've got to take time out to do something with your wife, with your children, with people around you. This last summer we did lots of trips to Alabama as we were finalizing the custody of our grandchild, our 3rd grandchild. And it was exciting for us because we had some great times with Jetty and the girls, and we got to do all kinds of stuff together. Went to Palisades Park. It's a great place, a historical Civil War area up there. So it was fun. We have those shared visions. We'll do more this year as I travel and work. I'm going to take some of them with me. So it's going to be fun. You need to do that so you have something to go back to go forward with, something that you can hang on to. Tony Robbins teaches that instead of going to the typical counseling where they say, well, tell me about what's bothering you, he says, let's share about what you really like about the other person. What was that excitement? Tell me a time when you were passionately excited about your husband or your wife. Those are where shared visions come in. Number 3 is enable others to act. Too many times we get this domineering or controlling factor, not just men, but women. There's a reason that they have these dominatrix, okay? And that's why you've got to look at this and say, okay, I can't dominate the relationship. This has got to be a 100% and 100%. Paige has got this little diagram she uses of a triangle. And she's got her and I down here at the bottom and God at the top. And the closer we both go to God, the closer we get together. That's kind of simplistic, but it makes sense. This has allowed her to be able to be a part of this marriage. A lot of times in my mom and dad's relationship in the old days, you know, dad was kind of the domineering factor. Most men's relationships that way. Look at all the old TV shows that way. But today it's a whole new world. Some of Paige's favorite movies are where the women dominate or in control of their life. Not in control of the relationship, but in control of the life. And that's what you have. Get control. She controls her career. I don't. She doesn't control my career, but together we enable each other to act and we support each other, and that's what you have to do if you're going to make this thing fly. You're going to make it work. Number 4 is model the way. See, this is something, and oh, doggone it, I left it. I wonder if I have any. Yeah, maybe I do. No, I don't. I was going to say, if I had a card, we did some cards at our church, and I was looking for them, and I don't have them here in my desk. It was called the Wow Factor. And part of modeling the way is don't expect your spouse to just jump on board. If you've seen some issues in your relationship, you have to model the way. You have to make the difference. You have to take control. Somebody has to lead. So lead, move forward, do it right. See, I think this is exciting because when you sit there and start making those changes, when you start to say this is a priority in our life and here's what we're going to do, I am going to take the leading role. Love and Respect, a good book. You should pick it up. Because this is where it goes. This is what it's talking about. Now, we're not talking today out of that book. This is something literally came from a business book, and I believe that the principles can be used in a relationship. Because if you say, I want something different in my marriage, I want something different in my relationship, and you go for it, you can make it happen. That's the exciting part about this. And last, encourage the heart. Women, especially men, when you're watching this, women need to be encouraged, but women, let me tell you something, men need that too. There's nothing better when I've been busting my butt all day, I'm in here working, I'm on the road, I'm on the phone, and I get a text message or I get something on my cell phone, and it's from my beautiful princess, and she says, hey, I'm proud of you, hey, I love you, hey, hang in there, you know, thanks for all you do for the family. That makes me proud. When I have my business partners call up and say, man, we are so excited to have you on the team, man. Thanks for taking care of this project. When I have the team that works for me get excited because I've helped them do something and praise them. See, that's what it is. So you got to encourage the heart all the time. You know, that's one of the 6 human needs that we all have, is encouragement. There's a reason that God walked every evening with Adam in the garden. They had those shared experiences. You know, when you look at just the Adam and God relationship early on, you see that God was constantly out there in the front. Adam was definitely challenging the process. There's no doubt about that. But God really did challenge the process. He did something that other people still haven't done and don't believe he did. When you look at his inspired vision, he walked with Adam every evening and he shared what could be, what would be, the giganticness of this. The beginning of mankind. I know some of you don't believe that, and that's cool. I'm just saying that when you put it in this perspective, forget the spirituality, just look at the picture. He enabled others to act. He told Adam what to do, and Adam just went out and did it. And then Adam acted on his own. Eve acted on her own, obviously, and then sin entered into the world. God didn't stop him from doing that. He could have, but he didn't. God, though, modeled the way. He never altered, never changed. He made it clear what would happen, and he went out and he did it. And he's still doing it today. That's the cool part. He even gave his son, which was part of it. Now, again, this is my belief. I don't expect you to believe it if you don't want to, but this is the way I believe it. He modeled the way. He constantly encourages our heart. See, it's kind of cool when you analyze all this stuff. To me, it makes sense. And the focus is relationship. Take these 5 practices today. Put them to work in your relationship. See where it's at tomorrow. Folks, live life like it's an epic adventure. I'll see you at the top. Be back here with us for the next broadcast of Troy's Morning Coffee Reflections. Bye now.